All right, all right, all right. We in here. Well, hello, hello. We're back again. This is the after show. Um, y'all know that this is usually very informal, and we're not even gonna try to be professional here. I got skins over here, and I'm hungry. So,
Not just skin.
all right, now, Doctor Sandra, tell me what you finna tell me earlier.
Okay, well, I wanted to ask a question. So, one thing I was thinking about as we were talking about our discussion we just had was, I just finished up that whole series about queenology and king, and the matching part of it is kingology. And the whole principle of that is developing a mindset of worthiness and a mindset that basically says that you have some things that are just expected because you have accepted your royal and regal nature as a queen, right? So I was thinking about that in the back of my head as we were talking about this young lady. And I was thinking, if a person really has a woman, I'm gonna speak for us, for myself. I know with me, as I have continued to evolve into the woman that I know God has created me to be, then my expectation of what should happen to me when I'm in the presence of men has changed. So I expect nothing but chivalry, kindness, respect,
Yes.
to be revered as a queen because of the way that I carry myself demands that.
Right.
So one thing that I was going to ask you all is, do you feel that sometimes a person's mindset of themselves can be a reflection of them not, because we're talking specifically about somebody rejecting chivalry, right? So as we try to understand like really where this person might have been, I guess my question is, as a woman, as I embrace my queenness, then that is expected. And I would be appalled for someone not to be a chivalrous gentleman around me because when my presence requires that.
Right.
So why
Okay.
why so come talk to me a little bit about what I'm saying.
You are absolutely correct, I believe. And what the other thing about when I was saying about whether or not the hold on, let me because I hear myself in the background. But anyway, what I was saying about uh did we kill it or did women kill it? You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Yeah, it's not that.
Okay, I understand that it's not necessarily dead, but my point is, okay, if you have not been taught to be chivalrous, okay, and I'm just talking from a man's point of view. If you ain't been taught to be chivalrous, then you don't know how to be chivalrous. So if the women ain't taught that they should be, they deserve chivalry, and that on top of that, this ain't nothing to be uh looked at as a bad thing. That you should expect the man to open the door for you. You should expect the man if he see you struggling with packages to come help. If you see, I mean, whatever the situation is, if you comfortable in your womanhood and your queenliness, and you understand that this how kings react when they see queens in distress, or just see a queen coming out of respect, I open the door for you because you that special. When I see a black woman, I'm gonna open the door for her. You know what I'm saying? So because I believe in my mind and the way I've been taught that our women are somebody to behold. Our women are somebody to be respected, and I should open the door for you. I ought to be rolling out the red carpet when you walk through.
I'm telling you, because I be wanting the wind to blow and my hair the blow. Open the door for me because I'm coming, because I feel like I have earned that as a queen in my life. I have earned that, so that's what I expect.
I heard Aretha Franklin just singing in the background just then.
Yes. I do realize that every woman is not. There you go. Every woman is not there in their mindset and in their experience in life. And I do understand. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. But all women don't necessarily think all women don't require that. Even, they are comfortable and confident in who they are. You and I expect it. I expect the door to be open for me. I don't need it, but I expect it, but some women, I don't need it, so don't do it. Mm-hmm. Some women have that mentality. And it's just your experience and what you need and what you require.
Yeah, because it's a lot of things that I don't necessarily need, but I think that I look at it like this. The Lord is the one who told y'all that if y'all don't work, y'all don't eat. He didn't tell me that.
Come on. That's where you going with that. That's where you going with that.
So if the Lord is the one who said that y'all got to do the work, then why would I be doing all this extra stuff, expending myself because when I don't have to? Like I can go through a car wash, I can rub my rims, I can do everything on my car. But if I'm at that car wash and somebody walk up and say, "Ma'am, let me just," I'd be like, "Go ahead, thank you so very much. Matter of fact, I like your shirt you got on," and I'm
Well, see, that's the difference between you and the one that I encountered.
Most people Go ahead, Zay. Most people like being treated well. It's just the same way that now you like when it's not, some of your family, you like questioning whether or not you want to open the door for a woman. It's the same reason. If that same woman it could have been like the same situation. Somebody opened the door for her and was creepy. So the same way you low-key traumatized, she might be. And I think it's just you just taking it a little odd to be.
But you don't see the problem.
What do you mean?
No, you don't see the problem. I mean, world. Okay, but I mean, if it's enough rude women in the world that every time I open the door for somebody and they react that way, then I'm gonna stop opening the door.
But there's you understand what I'm saying? And creepy dudes in the world that open the door expecting something.
I get that.
So you don't see how this is the exact same argument?
Okay. All right. We can agree that we are basically saying the same thing. I got you. You're right.
I'm going to kind of expound on something that I said earlier during the show that, we can't allow people to change who we are.
True.
And just like
can't compromise your integrity.
Absolutely. Just like what Cassandra was saying a moment ago, Brian, when you and I walk in the room, man, we command respect because of who we are. All right. Therefore, it's just expected. So if we're in a situation where we're doing something for a young lady and she doesn't receive it, personally, I'm going to flip the script on you. I'm going to use it as a teaching opportunity to show you that, I'm okay. I'm confident who I am. You don't have to walk through this door that I just opened for you. And guess what? The person coming behind you, they still going to get the same treatment. No skin off my back. I'm fine. We good. I've had that happen to me before. So just use it as a teaching opportunity, bro. You missed that. You in the presence of a king. You didn't even realize it, but it's okay. Next time you might know.
Right. I agree with you. That's a well said statement. I appreciate that, G. Because I'm telling you, I was mad. I ain't gonna lie. I get petty about stuff sometimes. And it might have, as Taylor said, it might have been one of them days when I wasn't, at my best. You know what I'm saying? But even when I ain't at my best, I still try to be cordial to folks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
The principle of the matter is really what made you upset. It's just the principle of the matter.
Yeah.
You try to just be kind because it's enough women out here that's saying they ain't no good men. So I understood that you were trying to be kind, and that particular woman she was just not there in that moment to receive that from you.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. I can receive that, and I can accept that, and I can move on.
Yeah. Just do what you're supposed to do and mind your business. It's really simple. Do what you know you're supposed to be doing, and how they take it ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind your business.
But it ain't always that easy, Taylor, because as you get older, you will understand that some people in life will just intentionally be mean, and it will intentionally be nasty. Right. And sometimes as women, we don't realize how we come across, you know, and then we have a nerve to say that ain't no good men in this world. But the aura and the energy that we putting off doesn't make them want to be nice to us, because we don't act right sometimes.
You know, Taylor, think about when you was in the prom, and you know that young man, he took that long walk from across the room to come ask you to dance, and you had a make it or break it moment. You either, you know, say, you know, you accept the dance, and he doesn't feel bad. He's happy that he made that long journey, or you shut him down with whatever excuse, but he goes back on that long walk back, hurt and crushed, trying to decide if he even wants to go home or if he's going to stay at that dance because you just shut him down.
See, that's when you be like, you cute, but I'm good.
Nope, that when you ask her friend that sit next to her.
Petty.
Bruh, just trash.
That's petty.
Bruh.
Hey man, in my younger days, I ain't play that kind of stuff. I go down the line. You want that? You want that? You want that? Out of 10 of y'all, somebody gonna say yeah. And then I'm finna do everything in my power to make the rest of them jealous.
That's terrible.
Petty at its finest. But I want to give my brother a shout out, and you also, George, on here. I appreciate y'all being willing to have this conversation, because truthfully, hopefully some woman that has an attitude will see this and say, you know what, there really is some men that just being nice. They don't want me. They ain't trying to get in there from me. They ain't finna ask me for my number, none of that. They just wanted me to, if I could just relieve a sister for 2 seconds where she ain't got to open this door, then fine. Walk through the door with no effort. That's some energy you could use to help do something else with, sis. So maybe, you know, it would be something that would help someone have a realization that, you know, I got an attitude because of what I went through, but maybe the next man try to open it. Maybe I just won't say anything, but just thank you.
Let me say this. I'm sorry. Let me say this. Because a woman does not necessarily want help doesn't mean that she has an attitude. Oh, she just might just want to do that for herself. You know, so
yeah,
you have to
look somebody up and down. That's an attitude. Like you look somebody.
No, well, okay, no. He brought up that angel chick. Now she may have had an attitude, but I think the issue that with that angel chick kind of added fuel to Brian's fire, because he was talking about that issue a lot, and she just did not need the help. You know, sometimes you can thrust things upon people that don't necessarily need or want that. So I'm not talking about necessarily chivalry, because, you know, there's chivalry and then there's kindness. You know, chivalry. Anyway, that's something different. But, you know, just because, you know, just because I look at you and think you might need help, don't mean that I need help.
And you know that I think helps us as women is men, while you are about to do what you're about to do, if you say what you're about to do. Because rather than just open the door, you might say, hey, let me catch that door for you. You want me to catch the door for you?
That's what yes. Yes, ask. Ask me if I need help. Yeah.
Okay,
not me, but I'm just saying.
You ain't ask me nothing, but I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Well, hold on. Let me say that. I'm finna go widescreen on them. Hold on.
Oh Lord.
Let me go widescreen. Ladies, let me say this. There are good men in this world. Okay. Every man you see do not want something from you. They just might just simply want to relieve a sister, open the door for a sister, show you some respect that, for a brief moment, regardless of what you're going through that day. So let that man be chivalrous. Let that man show you that you are the queen that you are. And that's a public service message from the Men Club. Y'all take that like it is.
Some people needed to hear that. Some women really need to hear that.
Well, I say it.
Every man in their life has wanted something. So it's good to hear that from somebody just neutral, just to say that, because people do have experiences where every man in their life has wanted something or done something wrong to them, and they may need to see that.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's my wife right there in the corner. My beautiful wife, who I love to death. I am very happily married. I don't want that from none of y'all. I got it right now. Okay. There it is right there. I tell her all the time, I won. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to fight no more. I won. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for nothing now. I won.
You ain't got to fight no more. I'm telling you.
That's right there. That's everything right there.
It's a fight out here. It's a fight out here now. I'm glad.
I won. I'm telling you. I want to make it real clear. I won.
Thank you, babe.
All right. So when y'all see me, y'all see this face right here, and I'm opening the door for you, or I ask if you want me to grab your package, it is genuinely just chivalry. Because that's how I was raised. That's where I was taught. And that's just me. Now. Now I'm a hush.
Go on and grab them skins over there. Go on and grab them skins.
Yeah, let me get me another skin.
Okay, so I got a question. What is the difference between chivalry and just being a decent human?
Well, I put it this way. I ain't finna open the door for no dude.
Why? Why wouldn't you do that? I literally do that all the time. Just why?
Well, I'll take that back. If I see a dude coming and I already got the door open, I'll leave it open. But I'm not gonna shut the door if he about to open it. But I'm saying, if I'm not finna linger and let no dude through the door, that just ain't, that ain't how I'm built. I'm sorry. But if I see especially a black lady, it ain't, I ain't racist. I open the door for white women too. But especially black women, I'm finna open it wide. You finna be able to walk through there without no problem. I mean, if you had on a long flowing robe, all of them gonna get through there for our shit. So that's just how it is.
Are you crazy?
The difference is just something that dudes do to women. That's the difference.
That's how it originally started, Taylor. That's how it started. Yeah, it originally started as acts of men towards women of that time. So it originally started with men for women.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because just like when y'all explaining what y'all do is chivalrous, I already do that to people. I hold the door open for literally everybody. If I see somebody coming, I hold the door open.
Well, Taylor, let me ask you: Do you just sit there and hold the door open for a dude? Cause let me
the other day because it looked like he was struggling. Honestly,
because he was struggling, not just because.
Well, I don't do that for not just because. I don't think I really do that for nobody.
But chivalry is simply just because you don't have to necessarily need. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. It ain't necessarily needed. You just doing it because, hey, it one of us, and it's hey, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
One of us. You know what I'm saying? I hate to sound racist, but I know I sound racist a lot. But I just like looking out for Well, I mean, I try to look out for us first. You know, I don't think it's enough of that going on. You know, that we don't look out for one another like we should. Because if we look out for one another the way that they look out for one another, we'll be way better off.
As a people,
you know,
absolutely.
As a people. Yeah. Now I'm not saying we should look out for white people as well. We should look out for everybody. Everybody should be. This is a melting pot, and it was supposed to be a melting pot. You know, it was supposed to. Everybody was supposed to be treated equally, but you know, unfortunately, that ain't the way it worked out. You know, we still low on the totem pole, regardless of how many years done passed, and people still doing dumb stuff, and just won't recognize that we are just as important in this country as anybody else. Mm-hmm. And but with that being said, there's a lot of taking care of us that could take place that'll make us better as a people. Mm-hmm. So I didn't say it. I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
I'd like to give you another example as well.
Go ahead.
Taylor, let's say you and your brother walking down the street, right? Did you know that you should be walking on the inside and your brother should be walking on the side that's closer to the curb?
Yeah, we had a conversation about this the other day because we be trying to, because he does that, but then because I'm the big sister, I'm always like, no, you get on the other side because ain't nobody finna touch you, like that type of thing. But I get it though. I get it.
Exactly. Same thing. It's a safety thing. I teach my son and daughter the same thing. I had to teach my wife that when we were dating, and I had to explain to her why I needed her on the inside and to let me be on the outside. And even to this day, we've been married 18 years, and even to this day, sometimes we'll go for a walk in the neighborhood. She'll catch herself and she'll rearrange herself to make sure that I'm on the side facing the curb, so that I can protect her and that she's good to go. It's just a chivalry and a safety thing.
Gotcha.
Now, my son is very unique in that because even when he's with his female cousins, he watch over them like a hawk. Good. You know what I'm saying? We was on vacation and he was in the store.
Let Cassandra tell it.
Oh yeah, I'll let you tell it.
Oh my God. I'm so glad he's so well trained though. Kudos to my brother and my sister-in-law for y'all just being great parents. And we were in the mall and this dude kept trying to get my attention and I had intentionally ignored him. And he started to walk towards me and my nephew took his 6 foot, whatever he is, self and put himself in front of me and said, "Can I help you?" And it was instantly, as his aunt, I felt very protected. I was so proud of him in that moment because they showed me that he understands that in a group of people that it's his job as a male and a group of all females to be that protector. And even though he's a teenager and that was a grown man, he stood man to man and asked him what he wanted. And the man looked like, okay, married. And he was like, we good. And I was like, well, I'm glad I wasn't trying to really talk to him because it was over.
It wasn't happening that day. It was not going to happen that day.
It wasn't happening that day. And and after we walked away, he kept his eyes on the dude because dude kept still trying to follow us a little bit. And we just paused for a minute and allowed him to pass. I mean, I was so proud of how well he did that. And that's chivalry. He has been taught that that's what he's supposed to do. And he didn't flinch, like he was not scared. Not 1 minute. I mean, it was just you ain't finna get close to them. We ain't finna do that today.
Yeah.
My son is in his mind already that if he with a group of women, that it is his job to make sure y'all are safe.
There you go.
The end. Yeah. Ain't no ifs, ands, or but about it. You ain't got to ask him to do it. He gonna do it.
And he's gonna hold the door open, and he's gonna do all of those things.
Yes, I love
even with his sister. Even though his sister's older, if they in a store or something, I think they was in Walmart, and the little in-store police kept following them.
Yeah, it was really creepy.
All he said to her was, "Let's go," and they got this thing.
No, he said, "Get in front of me."
Yeah, get in front of me.
Get in front of me. Yeah.
And when he gets to feeling uncomfortable, he'll just tell her, let's go. And they already done worked it out where if he say let's go, they don't even ask no question. They just leave.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
good. That's good.
Yeah, he's really good about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my closing comment about chivalry is just to the ladies that, in my opinion, chivalry is for your protection and it's for your help. And it's not that it's disabling us as independent women. It really is more of a respect thing.
Exactly.
If chivalry is done right, it is really a rite of passage for you as a queen to have a man be chivalrous to you. So that's my closing comment about it.
Absolutely.
All right. Wendy, you got something you want to say?
No, Cassandra nailed it. Receive. There's nothing wrong with receiving it. You know, you kind of tell when people's intention, when men's intentions are sincere.
Right.
Receive it. It won't hurt you one bit to walk through that open door.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Taylor.
If you're single, you might want to twist a little bit when you go through. Just in case.
Taylor, you got anything you want to say?
No, I agree.
Yeah. All right, G, you got anything left?
I'm good, brother. Thank you.
All right. Well, like I said, I think I already said it. You know, if you see a young man trying to be chivalrous towards you, you know, even if you don't want to just say, nah, okay, thanks, but move on. You know what I'm saying? And let them deal with how they want to deal with it. But there's no need to be angry, no need to be mean toward them. It's not necessary. Even if you're going through something, I understand, you know, but that's the whole point of the fact, you know. Let for, you know, the chivalrous man or the chivalrous knight to be able to to show you these qualities that he's got as a man, as a grown man. Because most grown men, or even like my son, most men that have been taught well, they will show you chivalry. And you know, whether you receive it or not, you know, we're gonna keep teaching our son to be better. As a, you know, I always tell him I want him to be a better man than me. So I teach him accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So with that being said, y'all, we out of here.
Peace.
Thank y'all for being on here, and peace.
All right.